Good morning, James. Wanted to give you an update. We talked about how we took the keel out because it was quicker than cleaning it off. Of course, up here we're going to have to clean it off. We're going to make a joint right here in this section called a scarf joint. So you'll see that on your next videos. And then we're cleaning the rest of this off. We're going to reuse this portion down here. We're not finding any rot there. Interestingly, those are always tough decisions. But interestingly, as I worked back here, removing the keel back here, I started chipping away at the old keel, and I pulled it off, and it was really rotted. Matter of fact, I could flake some of this wood away. It was pretty rotted in the keel, and so I was like, well, that's a good decision. And then, of course, I found this, and it was even better decision that we took the keel out, because we've got this is a laminated transom bow. This is called a transom bow, and we got rot out of the yin-yang in this transom bow. Actually, I didn't realize it went that far back in until just now. So it's a good thing we took the keel out, because we have serious rot there. And then, of course, as I got rid of all this structure that was up here, that's the structure where your rudder goes in. I also found in the bottom of these transom posts, of course, it looks like a top now, but remember that we got your boat inverted. In the bottom of those, we're going to have to replace these guys. We can cut them off and sister frame them, but basically I'm going to have to replace your transom bow, and I'm going to get a view back here farther so you can see the bow. The bow is called that because it is bent in place, and this is the transom bow right here, this piece, and so we're going to replace that guy. So that's going to put some significant pressure on replacement of the bottom. It's a good thing we're finding it. This is putting some pressure on it, and this is putting some pressure on the cost, and of course that's putting pressure on the cost, and that's putting pressure on the cost. The only other thing is, I'm the eternal optimist. We're going to try to figure out the project's not over. We're going to try to figure out every place that we can to keep the quality as high as we can possibly keep it, and still make up the time. Normally, it takes us, on a conventional bottom Chris-Craft, it takes us 3 men a day to pull the bottom off. And we've been at this, not every day, we've been at this, I'll have to look at the time, but I know we've exceeded that. And the reason is it's glued together. So all this epoxy comes off a little at a time, instead of the bottom coming off, just so quickly. So anyway, I just want to give you an update and show you where we were. We only got a couple of days on it. We're only going to have a couple of days on it this week, because we had some other priorities we had to hit. But anyway, update for today, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, sir. Oh, I did have some other updates. Let's see. I went, because we are doing the whole bottom, I wanted to show you that, I got some more stock of wood here for the rest of the bottom. So picked that up on Tuesday. I had to be in Nashville anyway, so picked that up. And let's see, of course, we got to buy more plywood. We got that coming. And so you'll see an invoice probably later today for the progress. It's always tough at this point when it's like, well, that seems like a lack of progress when you're tearing it apart, but you'll see an invoice later today for that, sir. Thank you very much. Bye.